Yeah, it was really awesome. But we only have another year. Well, almost a year.
Far away.
Yeah. It'd be fun though. Next year, hopefully, it'll be a lot cheaper as well. Alright, so we're streaming. We have Rachel in the chat, says hello.
Oh, hello, Rachel.
Yeah. So are there any other Zelda games that you've played but not gotten all the way through? Or would like to play?
Well, like I mentioned before in like streams and stuff, I really want to go back and play all of the 2D Zelda games, but I need to find my other DS in order to do that, and then, I mean, I could actually find it.
Compared to the others, like, you can tell Nintendo did it and then thought, maybe we shouldn't do this. Because they went straight back to the other way of 2D. But I guess, like, my guess is they made the top-down 2D game, and they just wanted to experiment with something a bit different. So they made it in the style that they make Mario games, which is like the side-scrolling 2D instead of top-down.
Okay, yeah.
And then after that, that's when they had their partnership with Philips and had the CDI games. And because at the time, the newest Zelda game was the side-scrolling 2D game, I think that's why Philips ended up doing their side 2D game instead of top-down. Because I feel like, as bad as those games were, if they would have done like a top-down 2D instead of the side 2D, then they would have liked it. Because there's a lot of people that don't like Zelda 2, even though it was made by Nintendo. So
yeah, it was probably just too different of a feel for them.
Yeah. And then the cutscenes and stuff didn't help at all.
Oh no.
Yeah. Alright, so we have 13 people watching.
Oh my gosh, already?
Yeah. Which system is this? I'm playing on a computer, which is why it looks a little bit better than...
Wait, how are you playing Skyward Sword on your computer?
The Dolphin emulator.
Oh, terrible.
Yeah. But it lets me play in HD, so...
That's true. One thing I actually really like about the Dolphin emulator is, like, if you don't have a sensor bar, light 2 candles.
Oh yeah. No, they make this cool thing, you can buy it for like $10 to $20. The price varies a lot, but it's called the Dolphin Bar. Have you ever heard of it?
I'm assuming it's like a sensor bar, but for Dolphin?
Yeah, so a lot of computers don't have Bluetooth on them. So you can't connect a Wiimote to it. So you buy the Dolphin Bar, and it's the Wii sensor, but it plugs straight into your computer. And it has 4 different modes on it. One mode lets you use a Wiimote, just like a Wiimote. And one of the modes lets you use your Wiimote pointer as like the mouse pointer.
Oh, cool.
So there's like different modes for it, but it's something that made like a really simple thing, so you don't have to do a bunch of complicated stuff to download or play Wii games on the emulator. And it works really, really good, so I'm a huge fan of it.
So you must have had it for a while then, because Nintendo was going around and they're cracking down hard on people that were emulating games. If you try going to a lot of popular ROM websites now, most Nintendo games don't exist there.
Oh,
you have to like really search.
Yeah, I've had the Twilight Princess, Gamecube, Wind Waker, Skyward Sword ROMs for a long time.
Yeah, well I was gonna say, like, that was the last time I actually played Wind Waker. It would have been in like 2013, and I was playing it on the Dolphin emulator.
Yeah, there was before Wind Waker HD and Twilight Princess HD on the Wii U, I specifically bought a computer. Like, I built a gaming computer, not to play PC games, but specifically to play GameCube and Wii games in HD. So like playing Wind Waker and Twilight Princess in HD, and then like a couple of years later, Nintendo officially announced Wind Waker HD, and I was like, well, I guess my PC is kind of useless now. Because I wasn't editing videos and stuff at the time. I was writing for Zelda Dungeon, but I wasn't really using the computer the way it was really meant to be used. And then I ended up selling it for, I think I got an Xbox One when I sold it.
I just realized I'm looking at the chat for your stream right now, and wow, I don't recognize any of the names of the people in here today.
Oh yeah, maybe.
Really?
Oh, there's Gibbs! How long you been there, Gibbs?
Oh.
I've been there for a little bit since you were talking about building the computer and a little bit before. Actually, since the Dolphin Bar.
Oh yeah, sweet.
Wait, how did you realize Gibbs was in here?
Because he talked.
You made a noise and you're like, whoa, it's Gibbs.
Kinda. Like, I feel like most people in the chat would be too nervous to get on and say something.
But I mean, that's how you get featured in the video.
Yeah, but...
It's gonna get flooded now, no!
Yeah, no, it's like, if I was to go up to, like, Greg, or Game Over Greggy, for the first time, and talk to him, I would be super nervous, but... Yeah, so like I imagine there's a lot of people that would like to come on, but when they see it's only me and someone else, they're like, no, I don't want to interrupt the conversation.
I know, it's too intimidating, especially if it's like host and the co-host, right?
Yeah, which is cool for you, because you had no idea what the podcast was before you came on, so there was no nervousness. And then with Gibbs, he's known everyone for so long, he doesn't get nervous either, so it's really cool talking to you guys.
You're wrong about that. Actually, I was very nervous when I went on for the podcast.
Oh, were you?
Aw.
I was, but now I'm a little bit better about that now.
Oh. Well, once we get through having all of the champions on the podcast, we'll probably recycle through some old guests, so...
Yeah, I'd like to have Gibbs back on because I wasn't there and I requested him, and I feel like such a jerk.
That was the funniest thing. You're just like, let's have Gibbs, and then...
You had me for like a whole 4 days at E3.
I know, but it was funny because like I wanted you to be in the podcast so that way I could actually get to meet you before I met you like in person, because I didn't know what you looked like, I didn't know what you sounded like, I didn't know anything about you other than the fact that you were Gibbs.
How do you not know what I look like when my display picture on Discord is my face?
God. Stupid Deku Baba.
That's a good point. You got me there, Gibbs.
You're what?
Maybe this is why everybody disliked the video.
Wait, what?
I said maybe this is why everybody disliked the video. What is it that you do to like reset your sensor bar? Oh, you press down. Okay. Now let's try it. Okay, yeah, okay. I fixed it.
So Gibbs, if you were paying attention, I'm currently on the bus going home right now, and I figured I'd hop into voice chat to hang out with Jesse while he does his stream.
Yeah.
Gibbs, are you doing anything for America Day?
Did he leave?
Oh. I guess so. He doesn't like me. He's gone.
Add Gibbs. Oh, there we go. We killed it.
No, he's still in here. He's just ignoring me.
Oh. Maybe he had to talk to someone.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, there you go. I don't know what happened. I said I'm being a lazy bum.
No, you're not celebrating America today?
Well, some of my buddies out here are supposed to do something, but I haven't gotten on the group chat to see what's up.
Yeah, there's people in the chat saying motion controls suck.
You can get over it. I mean, I thought the same thing, that the motion controls sucked, especially when I started playing Twilight Princess on the Wii. But then once I got to Skyward Sword, I got into, especially because it was a replay, because I had already played Twilight Princess on the GameCube. So I thought I thought the motion controls were like toss out the window, like you don't need them. But in Skyward Sword, it was really intuitive and becomes second nature like 20 minutes after you start the game.
I just want to point out, Oh My Wig was, I'm hoping, laughing because I kept calling it America Day.
Oh yeah.
I'm from Canada, but even then, I guess because we call it Canada Day, so now it's America Day.
Yeah, so it's actually Canada Day in Canada. It's not like we have Independence Day is what it really is, but everyone calls it 4th of July.
What?
So you have, like, it's actually called Canada Day?
Yeah.
Interesting. And that's for the foundation of Canada, I guess?
I guess so.
Oh, I forgot the noise comes out of the Wiimote. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, what is that noise? And then I remembered.
Yeah, it's their little crappy speaker. Oh yeah, we gotta go help Syl demise again. That's something that I've come to notice throughout all the games in in the Zelda timeline, is that all of the magical seals, they are all very, very temporary. Like Zelda seal in Ocarina of Time with the 7 sages, that breaks or weakens over time, and Ganondorf ends up escaping when Wind Waker happens. And then like the seal on Demise ends up getting weak and he breaks free as the imprisoned. When Ganondorf is sealed in the Twilight Realm, the seal weakens because of Zant and he escapes. So it's like all of these powerful seals, none of them are really permanent. It's like the magic fades after a while.
Well, you would think that the magic will start fading right as the person dies, you know, because they're not able to sustain it. So once they die,
it starts weakening.
It takes a while, but it will weaken eventually.
Yeah.
To the point where the person imprisoned or the creature imprisoned will overpower this heal and break free. Therefore, the cycle.
Makes sense. So, you're not too much into like the actual deep lore and stuff of the game, are you, Kayla? You're just like a
Not
casual...
really, like I just play the game and I enjoy it and I pick elements that I like about it, but it hasn't been since I started like joining on the podcast that I've actually been talking more in depth about it. So it's actually been a lot of fun because I'm learning a lot through you and Daniel and the other people that you bring onto the channel.
Yeah. So we ended up replacing you with Ilya after you left the podcast yesterday.
Yeah, I saw that.
And we were talking about, one of the questions for the mailbag was talking about the relationship between the Gerudo from Ocarina of Time to Breath of the Wild, because it doesn't seem stable, and like we all gave our explanation, and Tony's explanation was the real world answer, which is there was no like deep thought put into it, it was just how they ended up making it. And
yeah, I was gonna say, like, that sounds right.
Yeah, like he had like a very casual gamer approach to it, which isn't bad. But it was interesting because he's probably like in his head like, oh my god, these guys, they're like overthinking this way too much. Which my answer.
Well, yeah, I think that's kind of funny because you know he's hard for games, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. But he does more of like videos on canceled games and beta games and stuff like that. So.
Okay. Yeah, my thing is that like pretty much the same answer as Tony is. I feel like everyone looks into the lore and stuff. Like a little bit much. And as far as I'm concerned, like, Nintendo doesn't actually plan anything out. They just, like, release games and fan service for people.
Oh yeah, no, like, so some of the stuff they do put attention to, but a lot of it is like that, to where they don't really care, they just make it however they think it'll be more fun.
Yeah, and it's just kind of like they see repeating elements, so they kind of keep repeating them, and people are like, oh, what? Like, the Garuda are here, but why weren't they here last time? And then Nintendo's kind of like, oops, we fucked up. Oops, sorry, I swore on your stream.
Oh, no, it's fine. I think Nintendo would be more mad, I don't know how to say that correctly, about using an emulator than someone saying an F word, so...
I know, but because I know people are watching, so I'm sorry if there are any young people watching, and I swore.
Oh, yeah.
Don't learn from me.
No, so, the one thing in the Zelda theories that I don't pay any attention to, and I kind of ignore if I see other people talking about it, and sometimes I'll chime in and say it, but Nintendo, there was an interview with Al Numa where he was asked about like why Lake Hylia is in like the southwest in Ocarina of Time, but then in Twilight Princess maybe it's like in a different area and it's a lot larger, there's different landmarks there. Kakariko Village switches locations from place to place, like in A Link to the Past, Kakariko Village is like over on its own on the left side of the map, but then in Ocarina of Time it's towards the right and next to Death Mountain. Why did it change and everything? And the answer was basically, if they placed all of the different locations in the same area, like if the Temple of Time was in the same exact place every single time and it looked the exact same, it would be really boring. So they changed the map around to make it more fun. So there are no like deep theory, lore, background story information on why like the castle moved from one place to another, or the Temple of Time is in like the forest in one game and then in a different area the next game. Like they said, their answer to that is literally because they felt it would be more fun if they switched the map, because if they made it the same it would just be boring. So for me, that kills like, all theories.
Yeah. But in that sense, like, I kind of agree with Nintendo doing that, because, for instance, like when you see, like, Hyrule Castle and stuff, you like seeing it and knowing that it's familiar. Or, like, the Temple of Time, for instance. It's in such a weird place that when you walk up to it, you're like, that's not the Temple of Time. And then you walk into it and you're like, oh no, this is. It's just very broken.
Yeah.
Yeah, for example, I don't know if people started doing a theory about the Temple of Time being in a different place and how everything in front of it looks like it was a castle courtyard from Ocarina of Time.
Oh yeah, there's tons of theories about the Great Plateau being the old Hyrule castle town.
Yeah.
Because like once you get off the Great Plateau, which would be once you're leaving Hyrule Castletown, so like the bridge, and then like directly in front of the bridge for Castletown and Ocarina of Time, and directly in front of the Great Plateau is Lon Lon Ranch. So
yeah.
So I don't know if they would have done that like to give a nod to the theorist and be like, okay, I know you guys are gonna overthink this, so we're gonna leave it here.
Yeah.
I don't know, but at the same sense, like, I think it's kind of fun that they don't, like, they kind of leave it up to us as the fans to figure out, like, what we feel makes the most sense.
Yeah. And then something cool that I actually just now thought of is the cave that Link is put in could be the cave where you get Din's Fire in Ocarina of Time.
Never thought about that. It kind of does seem placed in the right spot.
Yeah.
Because that's the only cave around Castletown, and that's the cave there. So it's like the area right outside of the cave. Could be where Hyrule Castle used to be. And then, like, over beside it is still the ruins of Temple of Time, just like the Temple of Time ruins was beside... Or the Temple of Time was beside Hyrule Castle, not the ruins in Ocarina of Time. But yeah, like, the landmark, like, it's switched a little bit, but it's all still there. So yeah, just interesting.
Very interesting.
Thoughts. Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone
For the people watching, Jesse doesn't have any real thoughts. He just thinks about Zelda all day long, 24/7.
Yeah, true. No, the only two things I think about are Zelda and my daughter.
Aww.
Yeah.
You don't even think about Daniel? How dare you?
So how's your bus ride going?
I'm now walking back to my place. I just got off.
I've not rode on a bus in like probably since high school. Now every time I'm watching a movie or a TV show and I see someone sitting on a bus, I'm like, ugh, because I imagine the seats are just filthy and like never cleaned and stuff.
Yeah, that sounds about right. If you ever come to Vancouver to visit Daniel and I, you'll have to do transit everywhere.
Yeah.
But Vancouver has a really good transit system compared to a lot of places.
I'd rather take my car.
You would take your car to Canada? From Texas?
If you want to drive all the way up to Canada, by all means.
Yeah, that's from Texas. That's literally across the entire country.
Well, just getting to the other state line of Texas would be like halfway there anyway.
True.
Oh yeah. Texas is huge. Like, it was almost from where I live in Tennessee to Texas. Getting to the border of Texas to where we were going was like 1/3 of the entire trip.
Wow.
And we had to go across like 3 or 4 states. Also, something interesting, when I uploaded pictures earlier to Facebook, I uploaded almost all of the pictures. I didn't upload any of the ones I didn't think people would want to see, like us sitting in the floor next to the toilet. So I didn't upload them, but it was when I was on the plane, I took a picture and my phone tagged it as Utah. So apparently I was in Utah at some point when I was flying to LA. So that's interesting. Yeah, I didn't really think about which states I was flying over, because I have my friend Simon, who used to be old Daniel, lives in Utah. Or he lives where I live, but then he has like a second home in Utah, because he's a Mormon, and all the Mormons are in Utah. So
the more you know.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, Rochelle, why do we have pizza 2 days in a row? We got pizza from Panago.
I'm not even reading the chat, or not the chat, but what the Impa is saying. I'm just like skipping over it. So it's like Keabora Gaebora in Ocarina of Time, when you just skip over it. And it forces you to do everything. So I had to place a beacon, and then I had to remove the beacon. And I'm like, why? You haven't set a beacon over the X yet. Okay, I just did that, and it's still not. Blah.
That's what you get for not paying it.
For real. I kind of, if you remember the Game Awards, whenever they first showed off gameplay of Zelda Wii U, when it was Miyamoto Aonuma sitting on the couch, and they had the TV beside them, whenever you set a beacon in Breath of the Wild, there would be a huge beam of light shine in the air. And I wish they would have kept that in Breath of the Wild, because right now you have to like keep going back to your map to see it, but in...
Wait, they didn't keep that in Breath of the Wild? I thought they did. Sorry.
No, you can set a beacon, but it like before it would be a giant beam like shooting up in the sky.
Yeah, I got it confused because in Skyward Sword,
like the Power Rangers. So I just think that would be really cool if they would have done it, because it lets you know exactly where you set the mark without looking at the map.
Yeah. Heck, I cut my finger somehow.
I feel like I didn't really notice this before, but playing the game in HD, you see a lot more detail. So I feel like Impa's necklace when she's the old person. It looks like she's wearing like chunks of the like she has a necklace made out of the time shards, time crystal. What's it called, Gibbs?
The time shift stones?
Yeah. Her necklace looks like it's made out of the time shift stone. Like little pieces
never noticed
of it.
Interesting.
Yeah. I'm looking around at the walls to see if I can find anything interesting.
Jesse,
what's up?
So you know how you were talking about how Daniel got hate in the video where he was playing Spider-Man?
Oh yeah. Did you see it?
So he just replied to the comment and was like, "Sorry, I'm not good at a game I've never played before." Oh no.
That's funny. Yeah, that guy, he commented twice. So Edible Incredible commented, and he left a positive comment, and then this one guy left a comment that was like, every time I see someone playing this game, they're never good at it. And then they said it's like Spider-Man 2, but on steroids, and I'm like, no, I played Spider-Man 2, this game plays completely different.
Yeah.
Like, you're comparing a PS2 game to, like, a game built specifically for PlayStation 4. So that's like saying Ocarina of or Breath of the Wild's like Ocarina of Time on steroids. It's like, in a way, yeah, it's like much bigger, but the controls are a lot different. Like, for one, you can jump. You can't jump in Ocarina of Time unless you like do a side step or a flip.
Yeah, I was gonna say, isn't Breath of the Wild like the one game you can actually jump in unless you have the feather?
Zelda 2 you can jump, but
Oh.
that's the game that's like Mario, so because it's 2D side scrolling.
Interesting. My fat dog is on the couch. I don't know how he got here.
Oh, nice. Fat dogs.
Walking, I assume.
Oh, okay. So have you guys? I don't know how often you're on Facebook, but there's been this thing going around where this girl apparently adopted a puppy when it was like 4 days old, and she like almost purposefully killed it by not trying to feed it milk or anything. She kept trying to feed it meat, and then she like made a post about it, and everyone started sharing it, saying like she was basically negative comments to her, being like, oh, she's really horrible, she shouldn't be around puppies and everything. And apparently she's like, someone found that she was on a record to where like she's not even supposed to have a social media account anymore for sharing like animal cruelty stuff that she did. And apparently she was in trouble for doing adult stuff with the dog.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
No.
Like the B word.
This came up because I mentioned taco.
And no, like not because you mentioned taco, I'm mentioning it because every time I get on Facebook, like every single person that I'm friends with is sharing this girl's Facebook pictures and like saying something about it. Like it's literally flooding my statuses whenever I get on Facebook. So I was wondering if you guys were having the same problem.
I don't really use Facebook, so no.
I had not heard of it until you mentioned it.
Yeah, because usually, like, most of the people are talking about, like, it's usually stuff from different Nintendo groups and stuff like that. So, like, lately it's been people buying, like, NES minis and then selling them for, like, $200. And then,
that's still going on?
Yeah, and there's been so many people doing it that there's, in this one group that I'm in, it's called, like, 8 16-bit retro game trade and sell or something like that. And there was this one guy that did it, and he bought 3, and he was selling them for, like, $200 each, and it had, like, hundreds of replies to it where people were like, hey, I have Super Mario Bros. Original on the NES, $50. So, like, they're all, like, making troll posts, making fun of them. And then people actually started making actual listings for troll posts. So they would be like, I don't know, like there was one that was really bad. I don't want to say what it was, but it was really funny.
Last thing I saw on Facebook was Holly Wolf's butt.
Holly Wolf's butt. Oh yeah. No, there was
That's a nice thing to see.
Yeah, there was I forgot what it was. I think it was a cosplay group that I'm in, and they shared a picture of Holly and was like, "What do you guys think about like people that only cosplay as lewd cosplay?" And I commented on it. I was like, "I'm actually like friends with this person. She has a lot of lewd cosplays, but she also has cosplay photos where she's wearing like really heavy armor stuff to where like you can't even tell that she has like boobs or an ass or anything."
And she makes all of her own cosplay too, which is like super talented. So
Yeah.
I don't understand the hate towards cosplayers, especially if they're doing lewd cosplays. It's like, man, just enjoy the tits.
Kevin in the chat says Holly Wolf hot. Yeah, so like she has the Link Guardian armor from Breath of the Wild that she made. And when she wears it, because it's supposed to look like heavy metal armor, it almost completely covers her chest and everything. So it just looks like if she was wearing a mask, you would probably think it was a dude. So
yeah, I don't know. I say that if you have the body for it, then by all means be lewd, and if you don't have the body for it, by all means be lewd. Don't care. What is it? Hashtag free the nipple.
I don't have a problem with it. I just hate seeing other people complaining, because it's like,
especially when you know them personally too. It's like, man, they're a cool person.
And like there's people that was commenting on it, and it was like, oh, you don't know her, you're just saying that. And then I posted the picture where we were out to lunch with her, and they were like, oh, okay, sorry.
One of the coolest persons that I had dinner/lunch with.
Oh, the porn star that charges $5 for every minute. Is that who you're referencing?
No, I'm talking about Holly Wolf.
Oh yeah.
But CJ was also really cool.
Oh yeah, that's.
Yeah, no, she was also as soon as she opened up.
Yeah, I got a vibe that she was like very enclosed. It was like, oh my god, nerds or something like that. And all of a sudden she just started opening up because of Daniel.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It only took Daniel talking about embarrassing moments. And then she was like, well, I got hit by a train. And I'm like, in my head I was like, no, you didn't. Yeah, she talked about like, there was like a train accident or something, and then like the cops came to her house and was like, is everyone here? And she was hiding in the closet or something like that. Because there was, I guess someone called the cops because they almost got hit by a train. And the cops thought someone did get hit by a train because like the train stopped and everything. So, yeah.
And mind you, it was all to impress a guy.
What was the guy?
To impress.
She said it was everything to impress a guy.
Oh, that. Oh yeah, I don't remember that part, but yeah, that makes it even funnier. All right, we got some more bokoblins. So like, are the bokoblins their own race? Oh, Daniel just liked my photo on Instagram.
Oh,
yeah.
honor.
So, the bokoblins, are they a race that was created by Ganondorf, or were they already a race and they just...
I thought they were like little demons that were raised by... risen by Demise.
Created by...
Oh really? I just thought they were like the evil townspeople.
The evil townspeople?
Yeah, they went bad and
What
got
photo
ugly.
did Daniel like? Oh, it's the one where you guys are making the weird faces. The poster earlier. Oh yeah, Gibbs. I posted all of the photos that I had on. Oh, it's Miss Clicks in the chat. I'm off to see fireworks, but I wanted to say hi. Well, hello, Miss Click. Thanks for stopping by. I posted all the photos on Facebook, so if you want to go through and like save the photos that you were in, then...
I tagged myself in all of them.
Did you?
Oh
See,
no, I probably shouldn't have. I realized that I shouldn't have. I made a mistake.
I went through and untagged a lot of people that were tagged because of privacy reasons. I didn't want anyone to get upset. The only one that I left tagged was the guy we went to the bar to meet, Brett, and Daniel were the only ones that I left tagged.
Oh well. I mean, they can see my Facebook. I'm not gonna add them.
Yeah, it doesn't help that my fan page is /GameOverJesse, and then my actual Facebook page is /GameOverJesseM. So like, the first letter of my last name. Misclick says Facebook, lol. Do you not have a Facebook, Misclick? Everyone has a Facebook.
Okay, Misclick. I basically don't use my Facebook. I had to deactivate it for a little bit.
She says I'm friends with no one on that thing. Yeah, you deactivated yours.
Yeah, I had to bring it back though because my mom doesn't have a phone anymore, so that's how I get a hold of her.
Oh, nice.
Facebook.
Are your friends chilled out now?
I don't know, I'm not talking to them. I only talk to my mom.
These are my favorite Deku Babas. I was so sad that the Deku Babas weren't in Breath of the Wild. Oh my god, they stretch out so far. Okay. There we go.
Hey, Lily Cat.
What was an enemy that wasn't in Breath of the Wild that you guys would have liked to have been in Breath of the Wild?
An enemy in Breath of the Wild that you would have liked to see in Breath of the Wild.
That wasn't in, that you would have liked to see.
Oh.
Stupid Kikui, stop. I see you. Alright. It was like running. Miss Click says, I mean, I have a Facebook, but everyone is so toxic. I use Twitter way more for people in the gaming realm and Facebook for family members. Ha ha. And then Skilla, P-Skilla 502 says Dark Nuts.
What about Pose? Do we ever get Pose? I love Pose. We don't have Pose. I want a Pose.
No, we don't have Pose.
Pose are like the Wizrobes without magic.
Yeah, but Pose are cooler. Why would you pick up a dog when he growls at you? Come on, Taco, what's your problem?
The plants. You mean the Deku Babas? Christina says, a girl Clary Fairy has lived her life as a normal human being, but on her 18th birthday, everything changes when she discovers that her mother is a shadow hunter and is being pursued by her father. I don't know what you're talking about, Christina, but sure.
Question mark?
Yeah. It's like she read out the plot to some book. Interesting.
I think so, because I think she was talking to someone in the chat, because...
Oh.
Oh, yeah, okay, they're shadow hunters. Okay, yeah, so they're talking about it with Xeno.
Yeah. So we need another synopsis. We gotta go talk
we need
to
a
the
synopsis for the synopsis.
Yeah. Please explain. Man.
Anyways, I think now that I'm home, I should probably eat. I haven't eaten since like 10 a.m. It's now 5 p.m.
We don't want to talk to you either.
Yeah, you guys don't want to listen to me while I eat, or I'm gonna crunch pickles into the microphone again.
Yeah. Alright, well, thanks for joining. Yeah, everybody, okay. Say bye to Chublima.
Oh, RPG's in here too. What a creeper.
Is he? I don't
yeah.
Yeah, he's not talking, but I guess he's listening to us. Okay, yes.
Oh, he's in the actual chat.
Yeah, yeah. Alrighty, peace outie.
Alright, bye. Yay, push the log.
I think we need the River Soras to actually be in the game.
Oh yeah, that would be cool.
Like, you know, an evil faction, just like they did for the Sheikah.
Yeah, like, it would be cool to come across a random Zora and not know whether or not they were going to attack you or help you.
Yeah, I think that would be kind of cool. I was just thinking about that.
And then they could be kind of like the Lizalfos, except harder. Like the, if you think about the, what is it? The Lionels, as like the mini bosses of the overworld that you kind of find everywhere, then the Zora could be like the mini boss for the water. So like you come across them and it's like a really overpowered Lizalfos, basically.
I was also thinking maybe in Breath of the Wild they could have used the Sora's animosity towards you, kind of like, you know, them being bad until you save Sora's domain.
Oh yeah, kind of like the Gorons. Like in Twilight Princess when you first went, like the Gorons,
oh, yeah,
would, like, they would attack you and punch you and stuff when you try to climb Death Mountains.
Yeah, and then once you get through them, or once you get to the top and save their chieftain, whatever.
Yeah, I think you have to do the whatever it's called, the wrestling thing, sumo wrestle. With the
yeah,
boots.
I thought you had to get through the whole fire temple first, or was it? I can't remember.
Maybe. I don't really know. It's kind of been a while. What if we had a game where your enemies were humans, but part of an evil cult faction instead of just monsters? Y'all, you mean like the Yiga clan? That's literally the Yiga clan. Alright, I'm lost. Where do I go?
It's interesting how, as long as they're not monsters, they don't die, they just go poof. They disappear.
Yeah. That's true. Alright, where do we go? So have you played through Skyward Sword?
Yes, but not since it first came out back in 2012.
Oh wow. You should try to get the emulator and play it on.
I have my Wii U and actually have did I not tell you? I ended up getting the HD 60 Pro.
Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah,
so
but like the Wii U doesn't play it in HD though.
True.
Like it makes it look better than the Wii, but it's not HD. It's just outputting it at a like a 480p signal.
Yeah, it's an upscaled 480, isn't it?
Yeah. It's like it's a better quality because of the HDMI, but it's not quite like it doesn't look as good. It just makes the colors look better, and then the pixels look better, like the individual pixels, instead of having them like blur together. And then like the emulator, as long as you have I would say like the weakest CPU that you could get to play it at 1080p would be like an i5 2500, so like the first generation i5s. Anything above that would play almost any game perfectly, and then anything above an R9 270 for a GPU, which is actually what I'm playing on right now. So
I think I'm just right at, well, CPU wise, I think I'm a little bit over that because I'm on a Ryzen 5, 4. Oh, shit.
Oh yeah, you would be able to do it easy. And then like I had the 280X GPU before I had this new one that I bought, and it was able to play it at 4K. So you can go to my YouTube channel and you can see a lot of 4K comparisons for like Wind Waker and Skyward Sword, and that was with the 280X. So like if you have like a 960 or a 1060 from Nvidia, like that would be able to easily do the 4K because that's more powerful than the 280X. So stupid goblin. Get away. But
yeah, the one thing would be using the
Wiimote.
The Wiimote on there.
Yeah, that's why you
because
get the dolphin bar.
I turned off I unplugged the Bluetooth card or portion of the card. The network adapter, I ended up unplugging the Bluetooth part of it.
Yeah. Well, you can buy it's called a dolphin bar. They're usually like between $10 to $20. They work perfect. Like you don't have to set up anything. It just automatically connects as if you're playing on a normal Wii. So it's really cool.
Oh, you lost your shield. I didn't notice that. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, it was I think whenever I got the bottle, it replaced the shield. One thing whenever they remake this game that'll be a huge improvement is there's a bug or a glitch in the game that a lot of times whenever you pick up an item, it thinks that it's the first time that you're picking it up. So it makes the text pop up again. So if they can fix that, the game would be a lot better.
I thought they had done it when it's every time you restart the game. Like, for example, if you're done with this playthrough, you turn it off, and then you come back and pick up another red rupee or whatever, they will tell you the denomination of it again.
I don't
so bring up.
That would make sense, though.
Or maybe I'm just confusing it with Twilight Princess.
Did
I don't know.
Twilight Princess have that problem?
Yeah, I think it did.
It's been a long time since I played the original, so I don't really know. Alright, let's try to get to the rope. Yay, we made it.
We see you on. Well, I see you on here, RPG.
So why is he not talking? Oh, I can't use my mouse with the Wiimote. Okay, so is he muted?
No, he's not muted. He's just not talking. He likes to lurk.
Yeah, he's not muted.
Oh, there's the fat kiwi.
Come chat. I have the Wiimote strapped to my wrist, so whenever I go to use the mouse, it bangs against the disc.
Christina Stanley. Really, Vat doesn't talk that much. Yeah, she doesn't.
Who doesn't talk?
Christina Stanley on the chat says, Fi doesn't really talk that much.
Oh no, I think they tried to avoid the hate that they got from the fairies, so she only comes up when you're like running low on battery.
No, she's there to hold Link's hand, though. Ooh, who's there? Oh, Chrissy.
Chrissy!
No, I'm not here. Shh.
Oh, okay.
You
I'm just kidding.
Talked.
Well, hello, not Chrissy.
You know I was dying. I'm like, I gotta go on there. I need to get the scoop.
Oh yeah, you're gonna say hi to everybody watching?
No. Hi, everybody watching.
Oh, Ilya's in the chat. Yay, Guten Abend. I don't
Is she chatting or is she on voice chat? She needs to be on voice chat with us.
She needs to be on voice chat? Well, you tell her she's in the YouTube chat, not the voice chat. So,
I was on there, but Ilya, come on voice chat.
If you get on Discord, go to the social voice chat in my server. Just go to the voice chat. You can talk to me, Gibbs, Chrissy. It'll all be good.
RPG, who's not talking.
Yeah.
He's being a little creeper.
I can fix that.
He just wants to listen. Nothing.
He can, oh, that's right. He doesn't have YouTube, or he doesn't go on YouTube, so he can't hear it unless you were on Twitch, he said.
He is
it's on Twitch. Yeah, it's on both YouTube and Twitch.
No. Well...
RPG, by the way, it is on Twitch.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just don't know.
This is a cool chat. Ilya popped in, Miss Click popped in, a lot of new.
Oh, I saw that. I was on my way home and I couldn't say anything because the service was no good because I was on my phone. And I agree with her about the Facebook thing.
Oh yeah.
Like too many toxic people. I got off of it too.
Yeah.
I just can't.
It's like everywhere.
Too much drama.
There's a Gibbs.
Gabe, you're not like that, are you?
No.
You
No.
No, Gibbs is awesome. Okay, someone did something. I heard tingle.
I heard a tingle.
Yeah.
They probably donated on Twitch or something.
I'm on my phone, so I can't.
On Twitch. That's what it was.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Check that out.
Now see, it's Beetle saying thank you when someone donates, and then when someone subscribes or something. I have all of my notifications as Tingle or Beetle. So. Yeah. Now I'm just playing hide and seek with the Kikwis.
Ugh. See what me? That's the monotonous thing. The same. I get bored.
Yeah. Did you
get bored
Skyward Sword?
Negative.
No.
I was on the ship and that stinking, what's it called? Got the best of me, and then I was starting. Yeah, that guy, and then it was starting to. Everybody was starting to get into talking about the new Breath of the Wild, so I kind of got. Like, I don't know. I don't feel like playing with anymore. Yeah.
You got
totally.
In the new one.
Well, people were it was just starting to come out, but it hadn't come out yet. And then as soon as it did, I was like, but Twilight Princess, I must have played that like 5 or 6 times. I love that game.
Yeah.
Till Breath of the Wild came out, and now I love Breath of the Wild.
You can like all of them. You don't have to pick one.
Well, so far, Breath of the Wild is my favorite, and I play it almost every day. Even I squeeze every bit of it out of there.
Oh.
I beat Ganon on one thing, and then my daughter and I had it. She kind of had another running one, so I started taking over that. So I have 2.
Yeah, so you're like a second Gibbs, because Gibbs.
Yeah, I'm like a freak.
He collected all of the stuff like twice.
I didn't do all the cool rocks because I'm like, forget it, because I don't care if I get poop, so that's not important to me.
No,
it's important to get the 100% though.
Yeah, and you can shoot further beams.
For their what? Beams?
Yeah.
What's that?
Like your sword beams.
Oh, you know what I didn't do? I didn't do the Trial of the Sword. I didn't finish it. I got so far and I got jacked up, and then I was too aggravated to redo it again. So I'm like, forget it.
That gets really, really hard. My little brother actually is better at that than I am. So.
Ugh, I hate that repetitive stuff. Like
if you want to get aggravated at the Trial of the Sword, try doing it on Master Mode.
No way. I can't enjoy it like that.
I still haven't been able to complete it. I
feel no way. Like that's how you did it? Master Mode?
No, he said he wasn't able to.
I didn't finish it.
Oh. Well, Master Mode to you was like regular mode to me. You know when you just die over dumb stuff? That was basically what I did. Or like I get bored and I just take a chance that I shouldn't have. And then I'm like, man, I took a chance. I shouldn't have done that. But whatever. I can't see you playing right now. I'm trying to get online, and I'm waiting. I'm on my phone right now.
Ah. Well, I'm not doing anything important. I'm literally playing hide and seek, so...
Oh, so where did I leave off? I don't even know where I left off. I must have gotten 2 dragons, right? Or is that after when you're on the pirate ship for the first time? I was on the pirate ship.
You can do it in different order. Like, you have to go to the first 3 dungeons in a specific order, and then you go to the next 3 in whichever order you want. So... Yeah, I didn't... I maybe am on the... I don't know. I know I was on that pirate ship. Yeah.
I lost.
That's the sand ship. It's one of my favorite dungeons. Because you control time with it. Scarvo,
it was okay.
I think is his name.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not sure.
Gibby, did you like Skyward Sword? Or eh?
I loved the story. I thought the controls were annoying, but at the same time...
I like how everyone calls him Gibby.
Gibby. Well, what am I supposed to call you? Whatever that word... I don't even know what that is.
Gibbs?
No, the other thing.
Daddy? I mean, I don't know what word you're talking about. Are you talking about
on your Discord? On your yeah, what's that?
That means
Cherry sniffer. Or strawberry
no, it's
sniffer.
strawberry sniffer.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't mean that. Senpai means upperclassman or like somebody you look up to, and Sama means like lord type deal.
Ah, that fits you good, huh? Oh, I'm on Discord. I don't want to be on that.
They use senpai a lot in like anime and stuff whenever they're talking to someone that they look up to, or that they're a fan of.
Also, somebody who is of higher rank, like at a job or something. Yeah.
And you made that up yourself, huh?
What? No,
what?
It's a real Japanese thing.
Like the whole thing? Oh my god, guess what just came up on my YouTube? You guys at the table at E3.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
That was a fun podcast. I want to go through and rewatch that. I've never rewatched an entire podcast, but I want to rewatch that one because it was the only time that we were all actually together. Did you watch it live?
Yeah. Well, Gibby's not in that, or Ashley. It's just
it's
Rick.
Just the podcast.
Yeah, just
Rick.
Yes.
But Gibbs is in the some of the live stream stuff that we did.
Yeah, was it the Nintendo one? Yeah.
I just happened to put that on yesterday when I was waiting when your podcast was on yesterday, so I just was watching it.
Oh, nice.
I just like when you guys all got together. I think that's so cool.
Yeah.
I get a kick.
Really cool.
That's
and really expensive.
Yeah. I bet. Ugh.
But Jesse wants it to happen again.
Yeah.
I don't know how you're playing the game talking to people.
I kind of lose track on what I'm supposed to be doing. So, like right now, I'm just playing hide and seek, so it's a lot easier.
I know, everybody's probably like, what is he doing?
Yeah, I'm just like running in circles.
Okay, I'm finally on. Now I can see what you're doing. Oh. I don't miss this game. But I do like the story. I agree, totally. I wish I could just get through it so I could do the story. But sometimes I'll go on YouTube and there's like movies about it. Like the people piece it all together. I'll watch that.
Oh yeah, it's really cool whenever they do that. They get all the cutscenes together.
Yeah, I love that. I almost watch it on all of them.
It's like watching a movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did the Twilight Princess one.
I've only done that with Breath of the Wild. Just watch all of the memories.
Yeah,
I just play them.
I'll do that. I'll just play them just to look at the memories again. I wish there was more to it. I wish there was a past and a future. I want to see both ends.
I think that's everybody's big wish.
Yeah. I love that. I just love that game. Just even if I don't feel like doing anything, there's just things to do without doing anything.
Yeah.
You know when you just want to play, just sometimes I'm not in a mood to really fight people or do a big battle. I'll just go look for coins or I'll go look. I don't know. It's cool.
There's no coins in Zelda.
Yes, there is. On Breath of the Wild, you're smacking grass. I'm always smacking grass.
You mean the rupees?
Yeah, there's rupees. Well, whatever. Coins. Sorry. You know what I mean. Coins. Oh, rupees.
This ain't Mario.
But yeah, just. No.
How do
I was playing last night, as a matter of fact.
By the way, I need to finish Splatoon 2, the Octo expansion.
Does anybody know how to crawl?
Yeah, I learned as a baby.
No, in...
I don't know.
Let's see. Roll.
It's your favorite game and you don't know how to crawl.
No, it's been so long since I played it. Okay, there. See, it's automatic, but it wasn't doing it for some reason. I finally did it.
Well, that's weird. It should just...
Oh no, it's...
I can't believe I'm seeing this.
Seeing what?
You looking at that, what to do next. It's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, to me, you're like a hero. You shouldn't be looking at that stuff.
No. No.
A hero needs advice every now and then.
But see, like, it's supposed to do it automatically, but it wasn't doing it the first time. That's why I was confused.
What are you on?
I'm on
You're not on a Wii.
No, I'm
Are you?
playing it on a computer emulator.
Hey.
Yeah.
Hey, you got smarts like that. I don't know anything about that stuff.
Huh?
I don't know emulators. I just play. On my way.
Oh no. There we go. Now we need to get him out of the tree.
Oof.
Teleporting is awesome, makes travel quicker and less dangerous. That's how I avoid Yiga attacks.
I just don't talk to them. Oh, never mind. They start popping up at random afterwards.
Yeah, you could just see who the Yigas are. You just look at them and they're all crying or they look sad and you're like, that's a Yiga.
Yeah.
Nah, after a while they start popping out out of nowhere.
Oh yeah, that is true. I like how they like they start talking to you casually, and then all of a sudden they're like, "Oh hell, our great King Ganon." It's like, well, this is turning into a fight. I bet in real life, like if it was real life, whenever the Hylians started smelling bananas, they're like, "Oh no, there's a Yiga close by."
Like, this sounds so familiar. What's that smell?
It's either Donkey Kong
bananas?
or a Yiga.
Damn it!
I think I found all of them. So now I get the slingshot.
Oh, Cece's live.
No! She's competing with me. We're supposed to be friends.
I do not know what game to start streaming with.
Splabloom.
Don't look at me, I'm a Zelda person.
Splatoon is just, I don't know. It's not my favorite type of game. And also I'm not that good at it. That's why I don't like it, pretty much.
You could play Barf of the Wild.
Barf of the Wild.
Do Ocarina of Time. I just started playing that again on my old Nintendo 64.
No, play the 3DS version.
Told you, I don't play on DS.
Wow.
It's too small. I like the big TV, and you can see everything. It's all pixelated. It looks terrible. That's why I want it remade.
It is.
I hope it goes on the Switch. I want it and I'm sick of looking at his pointy nose, but hopefully they remake it. That'd be fun.
Oh no, so there's what was it? There's an interview with the president of Nintendo, and he said that there were more first-party games that were unannounced but coming out this year. So there are games that we don't know about that Nintendo has made that are going to be releasing this year. So
Cool.
I'm excited for that.
That would be amazing.
Because I've been hoping for Breath of the Wild. Or not Breath of the Wild, Ocarina of Time on Switch, because it's the 20th anniversary.
Yes.
So what's a better...
I think it'll be more likely on the 25th anniversary.
That's too long. That's like...
Oh my god, no.
That wouldn't even be the Switch. That would be like whatever the next console is.
Yeah, the next console.
The Switch.
I know.
But then maybe it would be in 4K instead of HD. So...
But again, you know, like, we just had the 3DS not that long ago.
I know, so they might skip over that. I hope not, though.
So it might just go to the 25th when it's not so recent, and when the 3DS is already dead.
Well, like, when they released Wind Waker, it wasn't the 10th anniversary, I don't think. It was just like a random thing. Like,
I think...
They didn't do it for the anniversary, they just did it to help with development on the Wii U. So.
Wasn't it also to, like, hold off the crazy mob?
Well, kind of. So, like, it was kind of for that, but also Nintendo said that it's easier to take a game that they already know and rework it on the Wii U to learn how to develop properly on the Wii U than it would be to create an entirely new game from scratch on it. So they used it to learn how to develop for the Wii U, and that sped up the development time for Zelda Wii U. Otherwise, it would have actually taken longer to develop Zelda Wii U, because the time spent working on Wind Waker HD actually helped them speed up the learning process of, like, exactly how to push the system to its limits.
Yeah.
So, really cool. And then Twilight Princess was, who was it? Tantalus, who I believe would be working on Skyward Sword HD. Or Mario Galaxy HD. I think that would be cool too.
I haven't played Mario in years.
No, it's awesome.
Did it just poop out a slingshot?
Yeah, that's totally what happened. Yeah. I think I'm going to get to the dungeon and then stop, because fireworks start soon.
Oh yeah, Dan, we're gonna go see fireworks? I'm sure. Fireworks.
Yeah, it's 8:30, so...
Yeah, it's getting late. It's getting dark. Gibby, are you gonna go see fireworks?
Probably. Hello, Tevi.
Hello.
Tevi!
Ah,
Hi, guys. How are you guys?
You're our best friend.
Good.
Yay. I'm glad I can feel
Skyward Sword.
Listen, while you were at E3, I was looking at his stuff.
I am
Why
actually
were you looking at his stuff?
Oh, you know, I mean on your thing. On your...
What?
Why are you looking at his thing?
On your Discord, on your Twitch. He was taking care of it, so I jumped on a couple times while he was on there.
Yeah.
Sorry.
He was supposed to actually stream everything on my channel, but it was too confusing trying to get everything.
Gotcha.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Well, he did a good job. So.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks.
You're welcome.
I actually woke up not too long ago, so I'm hopping on to watch right now.
Oh, cool.
Why?
Yeah. We're gonna end it when we get to the dungeon. We basically played hide and seek with the Kikwis. So.
Oh yeah.
We're all done now.
The key. How do you pronounce it? The Kikwis?
Yeah.
Okay.
Professor Kukui.
Professor Kukui. No.
Oh wait, not those. Never mind. Different IP there.
Oof.
Which way to the dungeon? I was there a second ago. Okay.
The ancient cistern.
Take the Jeep.
No,
Don't-
it's the sky view, I think.
Yeah, Ancient Cistern isn't until what, the second visit to Faron Woods?
Yeah, and it floods.
Oh,
It's the third
I
time.
thought it was this
I
one.
thought that was cool. That cistern. Or that thing you fight at the end.
Coloctus?
That- Yeah.
Yeah, that's Daniel's favorite boss.
It's
Yeah,
a
I
fun
like that.
bus.
Cool.
Boss.
Yeah.
Bus. Yeah. Yeah, it's a fun one.
I just like what it looks like. It's cool looking.
Yeah, the design is cool, and I like that you can just literally rip off its arms and then pick up its weapon to hit it with.
Yeah.
No, this isn't Master Mode, which is Hero Mode on Skyward Sword. In Japan, it's called Spicy Mode.
No, spicy?
Yeah, in Japan,
I love it.
the second quest for Skyward Sword is called Spicy Mode. And then
I love it.
I think Aonuma even had an interview where he said he didn't know why it's called Hero Mode in America. That he doesn't understand why it's not called Spicy. So, that's kind of funny. I guess it's like cultural differences.
Yeah.
Which, you know, like I guess you can look at it as like it's harder to go through. So like spicy food's harder to eat. So maybe that's the connection that they have.
Maybe. I like it though.
Yeah, spicy.
This is bad.
Ah, we're in the deep woods.
I don't understand why they're trying to, or they don't keep some of the stuff, the names they give it.
Yeah, why they change it? Why do we get? Right. I agree. I know what you're talking about.
Some people say it's not cultural appropriate sometimes, like some of the names, but at the same time, I'm like, there's nothing wrong with that. You always get spicy everything at restaurants, whatever, you know. Like, I don't know, I don't get it.
Yeah, why they gotta make it separate? Why don't they just keep it the same? I don't understand.
Ooh, you're in the deep woods now.
Yeah. No, there's bees. Get away, bees. Ah, they're attacking the bokoblin.
So kind of a little smaller thing.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about the rupees in this game? How they're kind of like thicker than your average rupee?
Oh, so that's called, I forgot the name of it.
The thicker rupee has a name?
No, I was gonna make a joke, but I can't think of the name.
Oh! They look smoother in this game.
Yeah, they do look smoother.
On the encyclopedia, they have a nice rendering of a rupee, what it should look like. And it looks almost real, and you could you can almost see the cracks in the gem and everything.
Ooh.
It looks really nice.
Yeah, so what's it called when like the price of $1 goes down? I can't think of the word.
Inflation?
Yeah. So due to inflation, Skyward Sword rupees are worth less, so they have to be bigger to match the same amount. That is my that's my theory.
Funny thing, it happens earlier in the timeline though.
Yeah, so they became more valuable as time went on. So the smaller rupees were worth just as much.
I like how after like thousands of years of using this currency, they don't even like try to change it, because they go from like all these different values of rupees. Then by the time we hit Ocarina of Time, we're at like 5 types. Then you get to Twilight Princess, there's like 7 types, and then by the time Breath of the Wild comes back around, it's 5 types again. So I like to think they're just going back and forth on, well, these rupees are worthless. These rupees are good.
I never even noticed.
Oh my god, these bees are annoying. Alright, I think there's a heart piece down here. These Dakin scrubs are like... They're almost as annoying as the ones in Breath of the Wild. The ones in Breath of the Wild are really
I hate the ones in Breath of the Wild. It's like, here I am just trying to take a peaceful stroll, and then this guy comes out of nowhere. Wow, you can see the cracks in the rupee. Wow, that's cool.
Let's get his attention. Come on. Walk across. When I have the money, I'll get the game. Wait, an emulator? What's that? It's where you play the game on PC.
Yeah, I wouldn't know. I don't know anything about that stuff.
Haha, he fell.
He's like, oh yeah, it's just something you play on PC, like we're supposed to know. Listen, I do nails for a living. I don't do any of this game stuff.
Yeah.
Not even close.
Like, I can get, like normal. I can get like an SNES emulator or like a GameCube emulator working, but anything past the GameCube era, I cannot figure out.
Try getting an emulator working on a PSP. That's difficult.
Ugh, man, I've seen somebody try to jailbreak a PSP, and it's not fun.
Oh, it's easy to jailbreak a PSP.
Oh,
it's
no.
easy to do.
I fell. Okay, so you'll see my game froze for a second, and I fell.
Oh, is that what happened?
Yeah, no, like you can see. See right there, it froze midair.
I don't see that.
Well, you will.
Well, you will.
I haven't seen it.
Is that the rope? Why I fell off?
He's just using it.
Yep. Yeah, I saw it.
Oh my god,
Whoa.
you guys are listening to that? Alright, right there, I see that. Oh, okay. There you go. I didn't get to it yet. You fell out.
He pressed the button twice.
So how come I'm so behind? My god.
Press refresh.
Oh.
You can see me in my Zelda shirt. My green Zelda shirt. I think it's like literally the most common Zelda shirt.
Oh yeah, I can see it. It's pale.
You know, I'm surprised that they didn't bring back most of like the familiar enemies in Breath of the Wild. Like, there's no Deku Babas as far as I'm aware.
Oh yeah, that's what I was talking about earlier. Like, which enemy would we like to bring to Breath of the Wild that wasn't there? Someone in the chat said the Dark Nuts.
Yeah, they would have, or Iron Knuckles, that would have been fun.
Yeah, it could have been like in Twilight Princess, how they're used, to where like at first they're really powerful and but they walk a little slower, and then after you get them halfway killed, their armor is off, but they're a lot more vicious. So they could have been basically like the Lionels, except around the castle.
I like how it changes the dynamic when you're battling them. You know, it gets you in one mindset, and then all of a sudden they drop their armor and switch swords on you, and they become a lot faster. And
yeah, so like at first you have to be on the offensive, but then once they start attacking a lot faster, you have to be on the defense. So
I would have liked to see, since they have the Lizalfos in Breath of the Wild already, I would have liked to see them try to figure out a way to incorporate the Dynalfos. Maybe have them be slower than the Lizalfos, but they hit harder.
Oh yeah, we were talking about if they had the River Zora, or actually Gibbs wanted the River Zora, so like the ones that attack you in like A Link to the Past and stuff. So like you would come across a Zora in the wild, and you wouldn't know if it's a friendly Zora or an enemy Zora. And they could be like a more powerful version of the Lizalfos.
Yeah.
I kind of like those Skulltulas. They were kind of cool.
Oh yeah, they were really cool. Also,
you know where those?
What?
I was gonna say, you know where those would have been fun? In the Lost Woods, when you're trying to get through it, because you can't see anything as it is.
Creeped me out so bad.
Yeah, that would have been.
That would have just added to that, like that feeling, that eeriness that it has.
Oh, we got a thank you from Beetle. What happened?
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Sylvian Girl 90 is now following. Thank you, Sylvian Girl. Sylvian, what is that? It reminds me of like Flareon and Vaporeon.
Yeah, it is one of the evolutions.
Oh, is it? Nice. Alright, so we made it to the dungeon. We will stop and come back tomorrow and beat the dungeon Sky Keep. We just need to save the game.
Good game, good game.
Yeah. We played for an hour and a half. That's good enough. It took me an hour and a half to find the Kikui. That's horrible. I suck. I thought it was going to take like 20 minutes, and then I was going to beat the dungeon.
It would have taken me forever. I probably wouldn't even made it yet.
I don't have a very good sense of direction, so I probably would have lost.
No, see, like the bad thing is, when you're dousing with Phi and the sword, it literally points you to where they're at, but it still took
Ooh, you got a subscriber!
Oh yeah, thank you, Matthew Hindmarsh. Hindmarsh.
How come I'm not seeing that?
They pop up.
Oh, at the bottom?
No, it's like where the A is, where it says shoot on the thing. I'm gonna go end the stream. Okay, let's see here. Let's count out everything. We only had 4 things that happened. So RPG hosted. Warsong Gaming subscribed 8 minutes ago. 2 minutes ago, Sylvian Girl 90 followed, and then Matthew subscribed. So thank you all.
Yay.
Also, Sylvian 90, which I'm assuming Sylvian Girl, just joined Discord.
Oh, nice.
Oh, cool, yeah.
Yeah. So,
Cool.
alright, everybody say bye to the people in the chat.
Goodbye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye. Oh, and I will be live streaming tomorrow at around this time as well. So, if you want to watch me through the dungeon, you know what to do.